Hi, Zenbach.
Hi, Lisa. How goes?
Great.
So, what you been doing? I'm up here at Farpoint, been having a lot of fun, and I run into you here. So, what have you been up to?
I'm having fun at Farpoint, too. I'm here on business as well. Celebrity Entertainment Corporation, who I work for now, is producing NESC Super Con.
NESC Super Con. In a big hotel?
At the Concord Resort Hotel in Guayamisha.
The Concord Hotel. Zen just did a thing in the Concord. It's a very nice place.
Oh, well, we're hoping to have Zenbach and the Galactic Boogie Band at our little event, too.
Oh, I think we'd like to beam in there. That's possible. Well, I made it to the Concord, back to the Concord, and this is NESC Super Con, and we're going to check this out. This is a convention for charity, and well, I hear humans coming. There's a lot of activities to see, and we're going to go check it out. And this is Zenbach on Zenbach's Forte.
All right, nice to meet you, Zenbach.
Hi there, nice to meet you. So, I see you're up here in the mountains enjoying the nice weather.
Ah, the beautiful Catskill Mountains, yes, it's lovely.
Yeah, and you get a chance to hang out in New York a little bit too, huh?
Oh, yes, I'm very fortunate. My son is graduating from college up in Oneonta from Hartwick College, and so I have 5 days I have to kill between this convention and his graduation, so I get to go to Manhattan and look up some old friends.
Oh, that must be great. That's great.
Special.
So I see you've got some pictures on the table here.
Oh, one or two.
one or two. Let me ask a couple questions on the pictures. Of all the things you've done, is there any one or two favorites that you look back on?
Movie-wise?
Movie-wise or part-wise?
I would say probably one of my favorite movies to do was something called Born Beautiful, which was about a dear friend of mine, and it's unusual for an actor to have the opportunity to portray a dear friend. So I was blessed with being able to tell about her story of going from being a model to being a photojournalist. And as a matter of fact, this photograph is a photograph that she took of me as her. So that's one of my, yes, she did the makeup, the hair, dressed me in the gown and so on, and photographed me. And at the time we were doing the film, actually.
Oh, great.
That was one of my favorites. One of my other favorites was Starman, where I played the Jenny Hayden character. And that was just great because, well, first of all, we shot it in Sedona, Arizona.
Oh, I love Sedona.
Oh,
very
spiritually wonderful place.
My
gorgeous.
character comes from Sedona.
Ah, see?
Red Rock.
Ah,
Red Rock Country. Red Rock Country. Was it Bell?
Well, Bell Rock.
Bell Rock, yes.
The very male energy force right there.
Yeah.
That was fun. It was fun because everybody got into the spiritual quality feeling of the town, and the crew in particular.
Right.
We would end every day sort of standing on these huge plateaus with vistas that would just take your breath away.
Almost chanting Om?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really?
Holding hands and saying Om.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, and it was great. And by the end of the show, everybody was wearing crystals.
Right.
And the thing that I liked the most, the really thing that was interesting, is a lot of people don't understand what the special attraction of Sedona is. And then they talk about the vortexes and all the energies.
Right.
Well, what's really interesting is we were at Cathedral, which is a female vortex, right?
Oh.
And the cameramen are going, holy moly, you're not going to believe this. And then we're going, what? And he said, well, I got to charge the battery every night at the hotel. The battery is charging itself all by itself as we sit here in this vortex, and the film is rolling, and we all went, whoa, if it's doing that to the battery, what is it doing to us? You know?
Charging you, definitely charging you.
Definitely. However, I didn't have a reaction at Cathedral, but when I got to Bell Rock, all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I want to climb this mountain. There's something about this place that really gets me going. So that was very special. You know, working with Robert Hayes, who's a doll, and also Claudio Guzman, the director, is one of these men that just loves women, and I like being around men like that.
Oh, okay. So you don't mind the flirt then a little bit?
It's not so much the flirt, it is the twinkle in the
eye.
Yeah. Something about
being appreciated.
Yeah.
Well,
and he was always a gentleman about it, so that made it nice.
So you worked with a robot?
I worked with many robots. Yes,
Yeah.
there was Crichton and Dr. Theo and Beady 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 Tweaky.
Beady, 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 beady.
And that was fun. It
Yeah.
definitely was great. I loved being a woman in command.
Yes.
Yes.
A
give me
woman
more
in
of that.
control. Yeah.
For some reason, I get hired a lot for colonels. You know,
Yeah.
I did Perry Mason. I played a colonel there. I'm going to be being on Baywatch in June. I'm Chief Johnson. I get to be the chief babe.
Chief
this
babe.
is nice.
Chief babe.
Chief. Not chief. Chief babe. With the F. Yes. So that's always fun. You know.
That's great. That's great. Tell me about some of the other stuff you got on here, the pictures. I'm looking
Picture-wise.
across.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, a whole career here.
Yeah, okay, well, let's see. Over here we have a picture that was in Us magazine about 1986, about the time of Silver Spoons, the bathing suit shot. Here is my interpretation of what Wilma should have been like, and this was my own flight suit, and I did this for, I think, Woman's Magazine. Let's see. We did the Betsy Cameron one. I know. Let's go back down to here. This is my husband's favorite photograph. Gee, I wonder why. Then we have, this was on a cover of TV Guide. This is me during Avenging Ace. This was the jacket I wore in the Avenging Ace. This is not how I looked, however. I played a colonel, so I was very strack. Let's see, what else? This is fun. This is a picture that was taken by Kenny Rogers when I was doing the movie Six Pack. So this is a Kenny Rogers original. Let's see, what else do we have down here?
Down the table we go.
We have Silver Spoons, 5 of the most enjoyable years of my life. Just working with people that I loved and adored, Joel Higgins and Ricky Schroeder. It was just great. I could be a mother and a movie star or a television star all at the same time. Oh, let me show you this, my pride and joy. This is my book. It's called Act Right. It took me 7 years to write it. You're probably saying, why 7 years? It went through divorces, pregnancies, moving, you name it. We went through it, my girlfriend and I. And somehow we managed to get this together.
Fully 7-year cycle, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm into 7-year cycles.
Itches too. Yeah.
Anyway, and it's all about what it takes to be a team player. Acting is a collaborative art, and so this teaches you how to work with your fellow crewmen and what's expected of you once you get the job. And this, of course, a lot of people will recognize, which is why I'm here, the Buck and Wilma duo. This is pretty much the Buck book.
The Buck book.
The Buck book, yes. We have the poster here. This is Dairy Queen in space, second year Wilma. They really missed out. They had no idea what the fans were really loving. Let's see, where else do we have? Oh, here's another Dairy Queen shot. Gil looks nice on that one. And let's see, my favorite episode of Buck Rogers, The Bourbon Show.
Oh, wow.
I got my essence sucked out of me. Anyway. This is Wilma. Stop shaking the camera. This is Wilma undercover. Give me a wig, I can act up a storm. This picture I particularly like because it was the one time that my mother got to visit me on the stage, and she was standing next to the photographer at the time this was taken, so she was quite proud of her little girl. And this is, a lot of people don't realize that this is the opening shot of Buck Rogers, the feature film, my credits.
Wow.
So there's a little brief rundown. Anything else? What else?
Well, let me ask a question.
Sure.
I always ask people, do you ever get involved with any of the charities at all?
Oh, yes. My favorite charity and the one that I work with the most is, there's some brochures there actually showing you about it. That's Haven House. I'm on the board of directors of a battered women's shelter. It was the first battered women's shelter created in the United States. And I ended up going there for some counseling and then decided that they did such incredible work with such a wonderful cause that I started doing a lot of speaking engagements for them, and now I'm on the board of directors, and I do a charity event every year where I had a running, 5K kind of thing. I also am right now speaking for the Arthritis Foundation, so I do a lot of press for them specifically. Right. And I also teach Tai Chi for the Theater of Hope for Abused Women, so I teach on Wednesdays and Fridays, and whatever people want to donate goes directly to the Theater of Hope. So those are some of the things that I do.
I always ask about charities because when people get in the spotlight and they're known as an actor and actress, there's always that other side that usually people are very modest about, and it's like a payback, I take it.
Well, it's a wonderful opportunity. I mean, acting for me has given me the chance to do a lot of good work, and I'm at a point in my life where mentoring, teaching, and healing is very important, and that's why I mentioned Tai Chi, for example, because I teach it so I can help people take control of their health and things like that.
We had some Tai Chi actually over back at my place. We had somebody come in and go through a little of that. It was interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see my performance on stage earlier?
Actually, I was stuck at the other side. I was trying to beam in, but I didn't make it in.
Okay.
But we got,
But whenever I go to these conventions, it gives me an opportunity to talk to people and share with them my passion. I'm also studying with a Qigong master. I've been very blessed. There aren't very many Qigong masters in the United States. And so
when did you get into that?
Actually, I got into it, strangely enough, through James Garner on Rockford Files.
Really?
I was doing a Rockford Files, and James kept disappearing at lunch. And I said to him, where are you going at lunch every day? And he said, I'm going to my acupuncturist. And I said, why? And he said, because I've got bad knees, and rather than taking a lot of painkillers, he said, I have to go to my acupuncturist. It's the only thing that will take away the pain. So I went to his acupuncturist, and I slowly got into it, and he kept healing me whenever I would get a cold and I had to perform. I'd go to my acupuncturist, and he was so incredible. I started looking more and more into it, and he kept saying to me, you must have soft feet, you must learn Tai Chi. And I said, okay. So I started learning Tai Chi.
How quick did it take you to pick up the movement
the
on
form?
it? Yeah.
It took a number of years. I've been studying it for about 18 years now, so it did take a while, but nobody has to do it as slowly as I did.
So you basically tell me you have a metaphysical and a holistic background.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And that's where I would like to go into, being able, someday, if God blesses me, I'd like to be able to help people by actually healing them, being able to send my chi through them or use the chi in the universe to be able to...
I have a background in that. I do have it. Yes, I do. At another time, we'll get into that, but I have a background in that,
Well,
but
that's my goal.
Well, have anything new in the projects these days coming up?
The only one that I have coming up is going to be on Baywatch. I'm the new Chief Babe on Baywatch. I'll be playing Chief Johnson. I did a couple episodes last year. They're bringing me back.
I'm going to make a male comment here, because Vulcan, and I'm all 122. I have noticed you are a babe.
Thank you.
Definitely noticed.
Take that as a compliment.
Yes, you had a lot of people noticing you.
Thank you.
So, and like you mentioned, husband of it, so you are a happily...
Husband? My husband's not here. Is he here?
No,
That is Buck. That's Gil Gerard.
Oh, okay.
As for a husband, no, my husband is at home with our little girl.
I meant with the picture that you said he had a favorite picture.
Oh,
yeah,
the picture,
yeah,
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So, all right, well, I thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.
Ivy, talk to me for a second. I see you've got the con shirts here.
We're selling them.
And
Remember your experiences here.
right, and this is a shirt for the charity of the con.
Yes, it is.
And the charity of the con here is connected with raising money for babies that have AIDS, and hopefully to do something that condition doesn't happen anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what do you think of the con? You having fun?
I'm having a wonderful time. I'm having a great time meeting a lot of great people.
Yeah, a lot of good people meeting, and a lot of the celebrities were very friendly.
Yeah.
Fans have been really nice.
Yes, they have been.
And Lisa, who's worked a little butt off.
Right.
And she's been
all
running
over the place.
She is all over the place. We haven't caught up to Lisa yet, but we will catch up to Lisa. But the other thing I had mentioned to you earlier is I think somewhere down the line I need to get into training.
Okay.
All right. You have any suggestions?
Start slow.
Yeah. Okay.
And just be consistent.
Consistent.
And get a personal trainer.
And get a personal trainer.
Right.
Yeah. You have a personal trainer?
I am a personal trainer.
You are a
I am
personal trainer.
personal
All right. You ever train a Vulcan?
No, but there's always a first time.
I like this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody's really great about supporting stuff, and people sign stuff for me all the time. Everyone has always signed stuff for me. I've never had anybody say, no, we're not going to sign something for your charity. But Bill Shatner signs for us, and Leonard Nimoy, and pretty much everybody. So it's really nice. Yeah, we raised $7,000, all thanks to Michelle Hemming and the crew during our recent one night, So anyway, it's a good thing. It's a blessing. ManboyTheSeries.com. Check it out. Check out ManboyTheSeries.com because manboy.com is a gay website in Texas. So don't go there. I mean, you can if you want, but that's not my website. You're making fun of me. What? Yeah, I think you'll pass. Okay, whatever, you know. But it's a series that I'm producing, and it's very interesting. It's very, very cute. And you can just look it up on the internet and leave your thing for, you know, leave your email address if you'd like more information. But we're kind of developing a kind of a cult following, and it's pretty cute. It's the life and times of 12-year-old Richard Busby, or 14-year-old or whatever. He's a young kid who just doesn't know what to do with himself. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
I wanted to ask you, how's the progress on popularity of Sometimes They Come Back?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know, but I know it screened in Cannes this week, and it had a pretty big splash in the trades, in Variety and Hollywood Reporter, that there was a lot going on about it. So I'm excited to see, you know, how it went over. I've seen parts of it because I did some sound work on it. It's a movie that I did with Faith Ford last summer. It's a Stephen King film. It's based on characters by Stephen King, at least. I don't know how it's being billed exactly. I haven't seen it at all. But Faith Ford is in it, and Clayton Rohner, who was in The Relic, and what was that other Stephen Bochco series? Murder One. And it was a good film. The original title was Sometimes They Come Back for More, because there was a Sometimes They Come Back, a trilogy, you know? Sometimes They Come Back, Sometimes They Come Back Again. This one was Sometimes They Come Back for More. If they do another one, it'll have to be called Sometimes They Don't Know When to Quit. But actually, now they've changed the title, thank God, to Ice Station Erebus. And it's really fun. I play this really hard-edged military officer, commanding officer, very like Lita Goes Rambo. And it's fun because, like, the only makeup I wear is makeup to make me look worse. You know, it's just really edgy and fun, and I'm the in-charge girl. So it's very, very different from anything I've done, and I think that's a good thing. Yeah. We don't know what's going to happen next year. They don't really tend to let us know a lot ahead of time, but I do know that Lita Enron will be back. And you all know Dax dies. We all know Dax dies. And what else? But we can't tell you how. But watch the season finale. I don't know. Like Dax appears as like this really totally old, scary man or something, and Worf is in love with him. Maybe, huh? Probably. I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah. Thanks. It's cool because I've been busy, you know. Stories just go as they do, you know, and you can't complain or argue with that. I'm happy that they've done what they have. I'm on an episode this week. Did you see it this week? Was it on last night? It's on tonight? We aired it. Sorry? Saturday 7. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll watch. 15 minutes? 15? Oh, how funny. No, whatever. Anyway, it's on? Okay, I'm going to watch. All right, so I got to go. You guys, thanks very much. It was fun seeing you, fun talking with you. And more fun stories, but catch me some other time when it's like an official convention and when I bathe. When I've had my things with me, I'm kidding, I did bathe, okay? I did bathe. Don't put that on the internet, okay? Thanks. No. They'll find my luggage sometime in the coming weeks, I'm sure. I'm not here tomorrow. I'm going to go visit my family tonight. So thanks for being here. I'll be signing a little bit more out there, and if you want some info on the charity, come on out and say hi. I'd love it if you come on up to the tables. Okay? Bye, guys. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Chase. What a special treat. Definitely unplanned and definitely... They lost their luggage somewhere, so I don't know what to do. Be a minute.
Well, Kanish.
Hi, I'm
like a Kanish.
Kanish.
Hi, you're who? They know who you are.
Yeah, they know who I am.
I'm Melvin Snerdley. How you doing? I'm just here. And this
Call me Wilma.
There's Wilma. She will. Yes. No, she won't. You never know. So what do you want to talk to me about?
What I want to talk to you about is...
That's all the time we have, sorry.
Yep, that's it. That was a quick interview.
That was it. That's it. Quick in the afternoon, that was it.
I want to know the pictures, a little history, and
They're from Buck Rogers. What else you want to know?
what else do I know? I want to, well, how was
This
it?
one was actually taken, here. This one was taken by my makeup artist. I was on the way to the set, and she liked the job that she had done so much that she took a picture. And then I liked it so much that I've had it reproduced. The rest of these pictures are from various TV guide shoots or NBC studio shoots or Universal Pictures.
And you see, yeah,
This
the
is
other
an artist, this is a limited edition that I offer. It's a poster that was done by an artist. You can leave the price tag in there, fella. And it's an artist's rendition of various scenes from Buck Rogers sort of put together. And what else you want to know?
Well, let me ask you,
Well,
any new
what?
projects? New projects? Anything coming up?
Not right now, no.
No?
I laid out for about 2 years, and I'm getting myself back into shape to take a run at it again. It'll probably start sometime in August,
Alrighty.
once I get myself in shape.
Into charities? Do you work with any
I
charities?
do a lot of work. I was on the board of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I was national spokesperson for the MS Readathon. The same year that Sinatra was, God rest his soul, was the national chairman for MS. I've been involved with Special Olympics for about the last 20 years and stuff like that.
We did a convention up in, called WishCon for Make-A-Wish.
Did you?
Yeah, up in Massachusetts. So, and you've been on the convention circuit a while, I take it.
No, I actually just started.
Yeah?
I've been on it for about a year. I've done about 8 shows. That's about it.
Yeah. How do you find a convention circuit? Is it grueling, a lot of travel, or as far as the shows you've done?
No, I don't do these every week. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
know,
that
but
would be grueling.
yeah, but well, I know on our end of it, just be going out and traveling, it just seems like they run long for weekends. They can run very long.
I don't find it that.
No?
I enjoy meeting the fans. It's fun. It's fun to shake hands, say hello, get the feedback. Just to say hello to people. It's nice that they remember the show.
When did you get into acting? Is it something
30 years ago.
Something that you did as a boy that you had an interest, that started at a young age that you wanted to, or?
Yeah, no, I was an industrial chemist before I became an actor.
Really?
Yeah. And I had always had an interest in acting, but it was the kind of thing where you didn't think about it as seriously as a way to make a living. But then I decided that I really would like to do it, so I resigned and went to New York, started driving a cab and going to acting school.
Not the waiter thing then?
No, I didn't do the waiter thing. No.
What?
As ornery as I am, I'd have spilled soup on somebody for giving me a hard time or something. I wouldn't take that.
Do you have any comments or tips for somebody getting into acting?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I wish if I had some formula that worked, I would be, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I'd be doing my 5th picture of the year or something.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, everyone's got a different story. I mean, there's Andy Prine here, Gary Lockwood. Everybody that's here probably has a different story as to how they got in the business and how they got started. And there's no formula. I just say get out there and beat the pavement and just keep after it. I mean, if you really want to do it, you really love it, don't give up.
You do it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it'll take 10, 15 years to make it. It's not something that happens like overnight, So I love when people go, well, I'm going to give it a try. It's like, then you're never going to make it. This is not the kind of thing you give a try. You have to. It requires and demands a total commitment. So that's it. I guess that's something to say. Be ready to commit totally.
Well,
What else you want? When are you going to get your ears fixed?
I don't know. Yeah, everybody's been picking on my ears.
Well, there's a reason. They look really, really like, pointy.
I know.
Sorry.
I know. The pointy ears.
I'm sure I've offended the people with the Pointy Ears Coalition, but what can I tell you?
Well, I thank you for your time.
And you should.
I know it. I'm being totally outstaged.
I'm really glad you had a chance to spend some time with me, and
I'm glad you gave me some
when
time.
I have some time, we'll do it again.
All right, thank you. I'm out of here. Take to write a book or motivation in writing books and interest on
Well, signing a contract that says it's due by such and such a date is a terrific motivator.
But you got to give them an outline, don't you?
Yeah, basically, when you're talking about the Star Trek books, you have to outline what it's going to be about, and that outline has to be approved by Paramount. And once Paramount okays it, then a contract can be drawn up, and you go to full book.
Do you ever get an idea that they don't like
Yeah. Yeah, a few years ago I proposed to Pocket Books the idea of a book that would feature Q going head-to-head with Waxana Troy. The editor said, we hate Waxana Troy and we hate Q, so we don't want to do it. And I nudged them, and they finally agreed to do it. And I wrote the book, which was titled Q in Law, and it did so well that the salespeople at Pocket Books came back and said, we want another Q book. And the editors came to me much chagrined and said, okay, well, we want to see another Q book. And that's where another book called Q Squared came from.
How did you get into writing?
You don't get into writing, it gets into you.
Gets into
How's
you.
that for a pat answer?
All right.
I've been writing since I was a kid. Boy, is my hand tired.
Lefty writer?
Yes.
Really? So you start off with little stories in school and then just...
Sure. Short stories, wrote and drew my own comic books, that sort of thing. And things just sort of developed from there.
So how many books you got out?
Out?
Well,
I don't know, I've had about 30 or so books published.
Wow. How long does it take a book?
Depends on the book.
Yeah.
It really does.
As you're writing the book, you have a basic outline, but the stories just develop themselves, or?
Yeah, very often things come up during the course of the manuscript process that I never would have suspected was going to happen.
When they do a book, do you have to do rewrites for publishers? They have that kind of control?
Oh, sure. Generally, with the Star Trek books, I tend to get it right the first time. I do a lot of rewriting as I go. I notice things that I think are not working, and I go back and fix them.
You find computers helpful?
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic, you know. If I have characters in a situation, and I get to a point where I say, you know, they really need to have an axe in the room, I can jump back 3 pages and say, sitting over in the corner of the room was an axe, and lo and behold, then they use it.